Hello, everybody. Guess what? This is Thursday morning. So it's Thursday Thoughts with who? With Merle and Patti.
She's
Yay!
Merle, I'm Patty, and we every week at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, we talk a little bit about relationships. Merle Singer here is the relationship miracle worker, and I am just a real experienced psychic medium and witch. But we
Yes.
both work with people every day, and we like to share a little bit of our thoughts, sometimes wisdom and experiences with you guys. So thank you for turning in. And what are we talking about today, Merle?
Well, we're going to talk about Zoom dating. Like maybe you shouldn't get ahead of yourself on your first Zoom date.
Okay, and now let's talk about what that means, getting ahead of yourself.
Well, I think it means expecting too much or too little. So, hint number one would be I think I think it's true on every first date. There are I know actually it's not it's a friend of mine, a man friend of mine who can cross off women on the first date one after the other. If she blinks the wrong way, nah, I mean she's nice, but no, not for me. She moved her head this way. Well, very nice person, very nice person. No, I'll never call her again. So that's a little extreme, and I think people are doing that on who would be more gracious in person or a little more impatient on Zoom or
Right,
online.
right.
Use Zoom.
We're turning
Uh,
Zoom into Kleenex. Not literally, but like we, instead of saying get a tissue, we say get a Kleenex. Now we're just
yes,
using Zoom for online, and we don't really necessarily mean Zoom. It could be anything else. It could be.
yes, yes, yes.
We've
And
turned Zoom into Kleenex.
Zoom loves it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, there's many of the online dating sites now, even like the fancy ones like Match.com and all that, they do have a whole virtual dating. So we're talking virtual. This is our first date right now. Merle and I were on our first date right now.
Yes, yes.
48 years into this relationship. ah, um, yeah, you had some really good examples of stuff that you had looked up about people looking in
Yes,
both
yes.
directions.
And the one I liked the most was uh, this is an experienced dater who, okay, they've been on their first date on Zoom and on their second and third. By the fourth date, uh, um, they're ready to meet. And people have thought of really wonderfully inventive ways of meeting, because you're not going over his apartment and he's not coming over your apartment. So, okay, now what? S- one I read was he got a six pack, and they met and they met on Mulholland Drive and sat on a bench and watched the sunset, which is totally charming and romantic.
That is beautiful. I
Yeah.
have one of my clients that I'm working with. She actually met somebody and they went for a hike. Their first date was a hike, same
Yes.
kind of a thing. They're both
Yes.
athletic and walked or hiked or whatever that was. And you get to
Well,
know each other a little bit. You're outdoors.
you have to make sure it's open. This, I mean, you could go on the beach. You could just walk on. You don't have to go swimming or anything. Just go for a walk on the beach. On the shoreline. I'd like to do that with my bare feet. In the mushy sand.
Yeah.
Haven't done that for a while. That's kind of nice. Um, so I think it's a wonderful opportunity to have to be creative. and see who goes along with it.
Yeah, because it is going to be different. Energy is, we you can connect, and I guess at least looking at each other versus the phone. In my experience of in talking to dead people this way, you still can communicate, but you do have to negotiate and make up for that lack of that physical closeness when you're still
So
on
how
the
do
Zoom
you do
dating.
that?
I think that's why people overdo it or underdo it. Exactly the reason. They're either so overcompensating that they're making it more than there is, or they're so cautious because they're not really there that they're making it less than it is. So all I'm saying is it's an awareness of like, okay, this isn't quite real. It's as real as we can get right now, but taking it into consideration. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. And I think you do have to be careful. What we mentioned before is meeting people online, and don't let them ask you for money.
Yeah, I must say there is, everyone knows the catfish, and there is so many of those right now. I talk to people all the time. If you find yourself engaged to celebrity, movie star, perhaps, richest person in the world, make sure it's really them, because 10 to 1 it's not, and that all of a sudden you're engaged and for some reason they're borrowing money from you. I've never watched it, but watched the TV show Catfish, and they're really smooth. They're really clever, and I know it does happen on online dating too. Maybe not to that extent of that, it's Brad Pitt or something, but they have really good excuses why you can't see them clearly in the shadow, or why they can't do this. Clever,
Right.
great excuses. Don't buy any of them.
Right.
None of them.
And if it's too good to be true, maybe it's
Probably
too
is.
good to be true.
Ah. So if anybody of you guys, hi, oh, I wanted to say hi, Anita, hi, Brian, hi, Joshua, whoever else is there, that's all we know, because we can see when people like things.
Yeah.
Um, if you guys have any interesting plus or minus, good or warning stories of dating in this age of pandemic, dating in this age of
Well,
COVID, it's,
the other story I read
yeah.
was, oh, after several dates, um, and maybe some dates, watching the sunset, this person was ready to, okay, I'll, let's get it on.
Get intimate.
So she requires of the man that he had a COVID test, when, and obviously he was negative, and that when he came to her apartment, she tested his temperature, and then they had a nice evening.
That's great. I know this is going to be the next new norm, getting your temperature taken anywhere you go, because that's how it's like walking into all sorts of places now. Is this, they take your temperature? Okay, you can go in.
Yeah.
It's happened to me 3
Yeah.
times this week. So now dating, temperature taking, it's cracking me up.
I know. This is when I say, okay, it's all right that I'm married.
The goods, yeah, this is one of the goods. Yeah, this is one
This
of the
is,
goods.
yes.
But again, if you're single, this is tough times. And if you're single and wanting to be dating or looking for a partner, we don't have a lot of options. You're not going to go out to a concert or art gallery opening or even a bar or anything, because they're just closed. So be open to this Zoom, online, virtual, whatever that is. Um, and just, expand your senses a little bit. I don't know how to put that differently, because it is different. We have to embrace the difference.
So everything that is a challenge. Okay, this is everything we're doing here. This we know. Everybody alive today, everything that we're all doing is a challenge, because these are strange, odd times. So every challenge that you have is really another way of having an adventure. It and you'll notice people that are very adventurous and they take risks and they go and they do things. They are attracted to the challenge. It's interesting. It generates what do you call it? Your adrenaline, and so that's kind of exciting. Why not think of every challenge that you have as an adventure?
Yeah.
So
It's
this is an adventure. One of the things I think that people that are open to challenges and that um, uh, take it on as an adventure, they are more creative. They're more open to the moment. They don't have a script for everything that's going to go on for the next 5 years of their life. They're like, what's the next 5 minutes like? And in being open in that way, good things happen.
yeah.
You know, you have to take some amount of risks. Um,
It's perspective. You change your perspective. This could be and again, embrace, I always say embrace fear. Fear is what's scary. The unknown is scary, but scary itself, fear itself is $1 million industry. We pay money to ride roller coasters. We pay money to go to scary movies or watch the scary ghost shows. And we like that adrenaline rush. So put that into our life now. We're in uncertain, scary times. So embrace it. Like,
use
oh, it's a challenge. I'm jumping off the cliff. I don't have to climb I don't have to climb Mount Everest. I'm living through 2020. Yes, and think of it like that. It's just perception is everything. Everything.
yes, 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 and it's 11:11.
Okay, really, it's 11:12, but let's do it anyway. Okay, 11:11. Make a wish, angel time, magic numbers, whatever you want to call it. We like to embrace what the world has now embraced as this very special moment where everything's a little heightened. So, do you have an idea of what we should make our wish for today? Our little moment meditation, Merle?
Yes, I think we should um, uh, do a meditation about embracing challenge and seeing the advantage, the positive aspect of uh, uh, of meeting things that seem like they're negative and conquering them,
Okay.
going past them, and
Okay.
make that whole give it that sense of adventure.
Okay, so everybody think of something in your life, either something current or something coming up, or if you can't think of something, something past that maybe that you could have looked at it differently instead of like, oh gosh, I'm just dreading doing this. I'm doing this. What? You have a thought? No?
And your next Zoom date,
And your
a
next soon date.
positive, adventurous next Zoom date.
Yes. Oh, hi, Sunshine Angel. Hi, Sarah. Oh, can you communicate with a 3-year-old Casey recently killed by his parents? Wait, we're just kind of way fell off our moment.
Yeah,
We'll get back to you. that,
yeah.
not our focus at this second. Talk later. But
No, I
okay,
get it.
everybody, yeah.
I am in.
Yes, love. That's scary and bad, but everybody take a deep breath. Close your eyes for 1 second if you're not driving, not if you're driving. Relax and exhale. One more inhale. Hold it, exhale. Now think of a situation, again, a date you have coming up, or even if you don't have one coming up, planning to find one. Find an online or a Zoom dating or a speed online Zoom dating or something you want to do. And if you're not single, you want just some other situation that you could look at in a different way. See that situation now. And now just for a few seconds, just for a minute, see designing that in a way that you really have fun with it and that you enjoy it and it's forward moving. Even if it's new, even if it's a little scary, even if it's just something way out of your comfort level, see what it feels like to really love that and embrace that and enjoy it for what it is. Deep breath on that. See yourself going through it. See yourself having fun with it, having yourself good results with it. And then getting through it to the other side of it and seeing, wow, that was really good. On that note, open your eyes and go do it in real life. Doesn't that feel good? Remember, we create our lives, you guys. Put your sails up, drive your rudder. We create our life. Don't just go wherever the wind blows you. Certain things, yes, the wind's going to blow, but we can control some of that. We really can. We really can.
That's very
Um,
important. It's very important to take. I mean, there's so many things that you can't control. You can't control COVID. It's things that happen, other things that other people do. You can't control, but you can control yourself. You can control your reaction. You can control the steps you take as a result of this or that. And the more you focus on the part that you can control, the more control you have. It's like a muscle that you keep exercising,
yep.
and it can make your life way more exciting than it even is now, as fabulous as
As I was staying home every day.
it
So anyway, we're getting ready to wrap it up, but come back in 44 minutes because Merle's Pearls, Merle's solo venture of Merle's Pearls at 12 o'clock
Yes.
Pacific, 3 Eastern. What are you talking about today, Merle?
I'm caught on three easy fixes to move your rocky relationship to really smooth.
So turn back in for that because that'll work for all relationships, right? Not just love relationships, neighbor
Yes.
relationships, sibling relationships, friend,
Yes.
co-worker relationships.
Yes. Yes.
She's the miracle
Absolutely.
worker.
I
Uh,
I can help you work your own miracles. That's the trick.
that's her trick. So like us, follow us. We all both have YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn,
Books.
blah, blah, blah. Books, buy our books. They're both really good. They're both pretty simple, but they're both powerful. You can get them on Amazon.
On point.
Any questions, what you'd like, anything you want us to talk about, just put it here. We will read this. Even if we can't read them all now, we will read them later. Uh,
Yes.
contact us both. We're easy to find. And thank you for tuning in and have a magical, magical day.
Yes.
Bye.